I have made some significant upgrades in my home studio. I have done this in my own way because what I have learned over the years is that the best system, the best gear, the best software, the best all of the stuff is the one that works for you the best. I also have to give a shout out to Skillshare because they helped me get the camera that I happen to be filming on right now. Let me tell you that I know what holds me back the most. And if I feel like if we can identify what our hesitancy is, squash that, no more excuses, everything comes a lot easier. So I want to show you how I made this easier for myself because it might spark some ideas for you to make it easier for you too. So I am going to be showing you some footage that is really bad, some that's in the dark, but it's going to be the process of how I went through this. And I'm first going to start with showing you the brainstorm because rather than shopping for gear, rather than shopping for a problem solver, I drew what I wanted. And I didn't know what I wanted until I drew it out, and it made things so much easier. There was a lot of troubleshooting along the way, but here we go. All right, we're going in directly audio into the phone. So sorry, I know I'm talking about upping my game, yet I am not doing that right now, but this is my idea, and I've drawn my office. So I want to show you exactly how this started. Okay, so windows here, didn't want to block the window, couldn't block this closet right here. This is my door. But then all of these elements are movable. Desk, chair, shelf, or drawers, whatever. I added a chair, I can't wait to show you, and then a cabinet. So this is the kind of a non-negotiable I want in my shot, a lot of my shots. These three things could move. I have done that a million times, don't want to anymore. Okay, cool, got it. What can I do knowing that this is an area I film? Sometimes I move the chair. This is an area I film. Sometimes I put a table right here. And then sometimes this is an area I film. And you know what I was sick of? Tripods. Sick of them. Won't do anything. Don't want to deal with it. I just want to be able to press record. And if I quickly switch scenes, I want to be able to do that quick release. No more hassle. Okay, so then I decided to bring it to the ceiling. So everything that you see now, think of it as the ceiling. 2 channels, bars, and then I had this extra bar here. So the idea with the X's is that these are stationary. And then this one here would be movable along these bars up and down. From there, I chose where I wanted my light source to go. So this one here above my desk, that would be stationary, that would not move. I wanted one also on the right, and that one I did want to be able to move back and forth. And then this one here is kind of like a hair light. It's not going to be super loud with the brightness, but I wanted to be able to move that one as well. So from the lighting, I also added in a camera because I know this camera I use for Zoom and for live workshops, etc. And then I also wanted to be able to have a camera on this bar here, which is where this one comes in. This camera, I wanted to be able to move back and forth, up and down, and also rotate. That would make it so that it could go demo shot down if I had a desk right here, so it could turn, come this way. And then here, my mic, do I want to be able to record from above? So these are all the moving pieces. To be able to see this come to life, what I ended up doing was independently setting it up to where I could move this so I could visibly see it. I'm a very visual person. So this bar here, knowing that it would be able to slide up and down, that shows me where that goes. So let's say I pushed it right here. This can move up and down, this can move up and down. I decided not to put the light on the bar because I wanted it to be forward in front of the bar, closer in than the camera. This light here would also be able to move up and down. And then the camera and mic would be able to move along this bar. Now you might be wondering, why did I not go with a Pantagraph system? That's kind of all in one. It's going to do that for me. Because first of all, they're $7 million. Secondly, I don't want that much hanging. Like, I need my space to also drive creativity. I work in a 10 by 10 office. It's supposed to double, triple do many jobs. It's an office, it's a studio, it's a live stream place, it's a class, you get what I'm saying. There's a lot going on in here. So let me show you how I made this a reality. All right, here we are from a distance. You can see that this pretty much looks exactly like how I drew it out. Finding all of these individual pieces as a DIY was not amazing, but I made it happen. So this rail right here in the middle will go back and forth. I do have a Pantagraph light right here, so I can pull this down if I need it for more light at the desk. Sometimes I do evening workshops. This right here might be my favorite, because what that allows me to do is take a remote and choose which lights I want on, choose which ones I want off. I can turn them all on and all off. It is so handy. I don't have to turn on lights manually anymore. That was one of the reasons that I wasn't filming as much, because I didn't want to walk around and turn all the lights on and make sure all the lighting was how I wanted it and that it was all evened according to whatever. Now it's all easy. Now you might be wondering why I'm not using something that can be controlled by an app in one place. Because those things don't pair. They do, and then they unpair, and then it's troubleshooting every single time. And you know what this is? It might be old school, but it works every time. I am pleased with my decision, and I can't recommend it enough. I am gonna link everything that I'm doing here in case you're like, I need that too, because I've used it, I know it works. I am leaning into it for light bars, because I did grab 2 light bars, these guys right here, which are magnetic, so that's holding itself up on its own on the bar. This guy can match the temperature of others, but it can also cast color, so it's an RGB light. I love it. I grabbed 2 of them, so I have one in the background and I have one there. Those are awesome for being able to stick them somewhere that's magnetic rather than on a tripod. Okay, I want to talk about my desk. I was so sick. I've had a mic on a stand on my desk for years. 8 years to be exact, and I don't know why I never picked it up off of the desk. So I have now moved its location. It's now over here. I can pick it up and pull it wherever I want it to go, and it makes life so much easier. Same thing with the camera. It's on a ball head. I love a good ball head because I want to be able to have full range of motion. Now, this light over here, same situation. I also have this little guy in case I want to hook something up to that. And the monitor. I have finally added a monitor stand. I know some of you are like, wow, late to the party, Pegs. This is not anything new. Okay, good for you. I bet you can't say you did it all at once. Couldn't have a big wham bam before and after, could you? No, you made decisions rationally and as they came up instead of putting everything off for a really long time, and that's great for you. Really neat. Now this guy here is magic. Quick release on a magic arm battery pack that is connected to where if the camera is up, I just have to press one of those buttons and it will automatically turn on the camera I'm holding right now. So I just slip that in, it locks in place, and battery pack means that I won't have to charge the battery. It's a dummy battery, so it's hooked right up to the power. It's just right overhead, and I can adjust the zoom. Okay, but how do I adjust all the settings, you might be wondering. I set up an iPad right here on a collapsible stand, downloaded the app that I can control everything, the ISO, the white balance, the focal point, because my gosh, that is a trouble spot for me. So biggest thing for me was to be able to zoom and focus on an app before I got a camera, so lots of research. It's just a little quick note to make sure that you have the mic turned the right direction. Sometimes I'm really lazy and I don't want to hook up my camera even though it is just right there. But in the event that maybe it's too hot because I was just filming for a while or whatever and I have a call I want to jump on, let's be real, the phone has a great camera on it, and if I want to appear profesh, it can be used as a webcam. So I also got a mount that I can use on the computer, back cam, but also charges because it hooks up. I swapped the magnet here for a actual charger. Woohoo, love that. When it comes to extra gear, I have reorganized all of my drawers and oh my gosh, does it feel good. Lav mic, Rode Wireless Go, little adapters for whatevs, etc. Okay, this one is Cord City. The cord tie thingies are awesome. I also just discovered these guys which are magnetic, and I love them oh so much. Over in this cabinet back here, I have the stuff I don't need as much access to all the time. Oh, look at this light bar use. But yeah, so extra gear, things that I don't need a lot of access to all the time. This is stuff for the channel trolley, so I have another trolley I can use, and then extra little pieces of equipment in here, so that makes it easy to access, and it still stays beautiful in the background without being an eyesore. And I promised I was going to show you this gorgeous chair, and I'm doing it. And you can store stuff in here. I've got tools. Tools! I know, it's so glamorous. This is this non-negotiable cabinet that I don't want to move as well, because sometimes filming happens from that direction. That is the correct system, because that's the system that works for me. Everything is so much easier. I can't wait to jump into filming more content. Finally. Okay, I hope that this is helpful and sparks any sort of problem solving for any of y'all, because it makes a world of difference. Signing off. Thank you again to Skillshare and this beautiful community that we all get to share.